And one thing I wanted to add, the reason why Councilmember Howarth, then Mayor Howarth, and I were so upset was we saw an ad in the Beach Reporter from E&B Oil Company that had a map, and it showed that Manhattan Beach had 5 active oil wells. And our public should know that we do not have any active oil wells and haven't had any since the 1930s. They've been prohibited. And I fell out of my chair, as I'm sure Councilmember Howarth did, and I felt obligated to correct the record. So, thank you.
Good evening. My name is Joe Galliani. I'm from the city of Torrance. I'm here tonight representing the South Bay 350 Climate Action Group. And I'm here also with the others who are speaking on behalf of your voicing an opinion on what is now known as Measure O in Hermosa Beach, the oil drilling issue. And, Mayor Powell, there may not have been any oil wells for real on that map here in Manhattan Beach, but it'll be just like having an oil well here in Manhattan Beach if our friends in Hermosa are allowed to put 30-plus wells in their little tiny 1.1 square mile town. And, it is unusual that so many of us from other cities, I'm from Torrance, you've got a city council member here from Hermosa Beach, you've got the representative of Surfrider here speaking on this issue, and the reason we're here in Manhattan Beach specifically is you're the leader. You've established leadership on environmental issues here since I've been working with your city in 2008. You continue to lead on these issues, and we look to you for role model, for leadership. And we have a history now of working together across city boundaries on important environmental issues. I think we're all excited about what's possible with South Bay Clean Power. Your city has passed a resolution. Hermosa Beach has passed a resolution. Redondo Beach and Torrance are next up. I'm going to do that. We all share something in common beside our love for your city seal and the sun and the sand and the sea. And what we share is that South Bay, that entire Santa Monica Bay. And it's a precious resource, and it's a vulnerable resource. And so many of us have spent so many hours not just studying EIRs, but actually down there on the sand. And I know I've seen almost every one of you there cleaning those beaches because we love them. And that's why we live here. A lot of us have to work really hard to be able to afford to live here and to be able to stay here. But we find it worthwhile because of our shared love for our ocean. And that's what's at risk with this project. Make no mistake about it. We hear all the time about state-of-the-art, fail-proof oil well drilling and pumping. But every day we read in the newspaper about another spill, another explosion, another problem with oil drilling. We're at the tail end of the fossil fuel era. We need to be moving from fossil fuels to renewable energy. This is a 35-year lease they have next door. They won't be allowed to pump any oil past 10, 12 years from now. That's a fallacy. So I ask you to continue to show the great leadership that you've done so far, and please offer your opinion on this very important subject to all of us here in the South Bay. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, Joe.